Testing, mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2 in the
Three, four,
lab
five,
getting busy.
six. Doing all those nasty things with it. Oh,
Nasty.
getting nasty with it.
Not the nasty. Not the nasty.
Nasty, nasty. All right, 1, 2, 3, and welcome to another episode of Race Week in Review. I'm your host, CowboysStig, and I brought along with me good friend and racing partner, Mr. Finesse. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. It's the number one Honda driver in Georgia.
Number one Honda driver in Georgia. I am the number one Nissan driver in Colorado Springs. If you don't believe it,
What?
look it up. Look it up. It's real. It's real. Uh, we are here with a show that we've created called Race Week Review, where we look back and a little bit forward at all the races done by our esteemed race drivers here in the secret sector of Sector 7. And we give you a little bit of education as too, right? Finesse, we talk a little car tech with you.
Yeah, we get kind of dangerous with it. You start spitting out that knowledge. You don't want to get too crazy. But yes,
Knowledge,
we give you a
knowledge.
few tips here and there.
Little something to work with to make your driving experience in Gran Turismo what it should be. And again, this is brought to you by Sector 7, but also brought to you by our good friends at Fan for Life. What is your passion? And to remind you of all of the great races we have going on, brought to you by Sector 7 Race Series, where we bring real simulation to life. And man, are we really, really, really talking about getting into some driver stuff today, where we're gonna just really kind of talk about some races people have had. I know I've had a couple of races this week where I got number one. Yep, I got the podium
Yeah,
spot in
nice.
the daily race B. I
I
love
was
Group
only I was
3.
only able to I was only able to get a third
Oh,
spot in the daily race C, but yeah.
oh. And I thought we'd
And
also
and
talk about, yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just about to say, and it was in the NSX, so hey, number one
Ooh,
Honda guy in
see,
Georgia, why not?
that's what we're talking about, right? I mean, if you're going to do it in the car that you want to do it in. Show your love for that vehicle. So, what we're also going to talk about is we've got like our own race series going on. So I got a couple of highlights that I'm going to bring up about that. But first, I want to talk about one of the drivers on the team. Kind of give him a little shout out and focus because we like our fast drivers, don't we?
Yeah, man, them guys do amazing thing. They are the aliens of GT Sport, as I call
Who would you say are the fastest drivers on our team?
No, in no specific order. We've got Wid, we've got Turismo, there's Nuke. Those are the top ones for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Those are the top ones for me as well. And so I thought we would take a quick look at. I'm getting it loaded up here, although it's taking forever to load. I thought we'd take a quick look at our good friend uh, Turismo and kind of show off a little of his driving skills. He put in a fast time at Sardinia of a 124, I believe, which put him really close to the top guys out there. And so we're
Yeah,
getting
man,
this
that's
video loaded here. Yeah, here it comes.
that is insane. 124.
Yeah,
But what vehicle was that in?
that's the kicker. That's the kicker, my friend. If I can get this video loaded, here we go. He is driving a Toyota.
Is it
Right.
that? Is it that? Of course, it's a Toyota.
And of course, it's a
A
Toyota.
Toyota setting a fast time on. Yeah, a Toyota setting a fast time on Gran Turismo. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? But yeah, it's being done by one of our drivers, so it has some level of importance. And the biggest thing that I noticed, I had a chance to kind of jump through it, and we were just talking about it a second ago, right? The ability to be able to consistently brake, turn, and do all the things you need to do to drive a fast lap. Because one of the things I noticed here, he doesn't go off the track much, and he doesn't cut a lot of corners. But as I started really kind of breaking it down more, I noticed, wow, he's also not what's the word I'm looking for? Overdriving it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a trap that I run into often. I'll usually end up overdriving the car, and I have to like collect myself and come back to it.
All right, so let's take a look at his lap here. He's starting on the backstretch. Excuse the choppiness. It should straighten up there as it gets going. Over the hill to the first corner, and just as I was
Yeah,
mentioning, right, he didn't really jump or cut the track there. He was in the blue. He got wide on that. I mean, wide is what he got.
yeah,
But look how he
yeah.
gets
I'm
into
still
this
waiting
corner
for the.
here.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the screen to catch up here. We're kind of hung
Oh,
up here on
we're a
one of the corners.
little behind. Oh yeah, I've
Yeah, so
actually paused it on that little screen right there.
oh, okay, yeah. So I
Yeah.
I can't see anything then. There we go.
Yes.
Now
So
it's
now we're
moving.
going. Yeah. All right. So microphone check. So just watching him, and we were just on this track recently, all together running a group race through there. Um,
Yeah, we were doing the BMWs.
yeah, we were running the BMWs. Look how clean he is. His lines in there. Now he's going
Yeah,
down this part of the
he's
track right here. Look how fast he's
he is a machine.
right. And now as he comes, look how tight he is in this section right here. Good braking.
Yep, that little car, man. He's darting that little thing around.
This is some fun stuff right here. Watching
Nice
him
and
drive it.
yeah, this
I
is one of the
just
more technical corners. He's really just kind of flowing through it.
yeah.
He's got the rhythm of the track down very well.
It's just the rhythm of the night. He and this is a corner that I always have a problem with. We're gonna watch this again, of course. We have to. It's just in our nature. Um, the thing about the way that he's attacking the apexes, the way he's, you know, keeping the car steady and balanced. That's what I'm watching. As I always go
Yeah.
back and I watch a lot of drivers. You guys don't know how much I stalk you and watch your videos, but it's
Right.
because I want to see, what are you doing in this moment? Are you,
Microphone
are you
check.
getting nervous? Are you twitchy? Are you trying to do too much at one point? But yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't have. I like to keep things a secret like that because it's just a part of it, right? But I don't
Right.
have his stats up at the bottom. We don't know what gear he's in and how he's doing it. I'm going to save that for later. We'll talk about that stuff later. But I wanted to get in and
Right.
just look at the video, right? Because you can
Yeah.
see it's smooth. You can see his
For
break
sure.
points, right? You can see without all that other stuff worrying about what gear he's in, you can see his line is consistent. When we
Yeah.
get him on the show,
His
we're going to break down a little bit more and ask him there's certain questions. But what do you see here? Tell me what you see.
Yeah, track position is top notch here. Just like you're saying, the braking zones, keeping it's understanding how your car operates under braking, and that comes with just the familiarity, one, of the track, two, the car, and three, the physics behind what your input is doing to the car.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just it's really crazy how smooth an individual can be compared to another individual that's not as smooth, and you can see kind of how they're guessing where the turns are on the track. So it's just it's a sight to be seen.
Now we are just talking about a
Hold on, check.
single run here, but
Right.
again, what we're trying to emphasize is consistency in braking, in entry, in exit. Uh, if there's one thing that rings in my head as I watch him go through every corner, is that I notice he's slow through and fast out. Right? I mean, it may look like he's giving up something, but he's getting back a lot on his exits. And a lot of times
Yeah.
when I'm following him, I notice that.
And there's no frivolous movement either. So like the steering input, like each turn is a smooth turn. I mean, like in each exit and entry, they're all smooth, like and I've seen that as well. When you're following them, I've been there was a track, I can't remember what it was, but I was kind of keeping up with him at one point, and just trying to stay with his line, is difficult in some turns because
Yeah.
he's got that smoothness with his input. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the big thing that stands out to me is just the input.
And I've been a victim of his antics many times, and you know, you know, you have to give a driver credit where credit's due. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that part of it. I
Yeah.
am loading up another video here because we're going to take a look at another driver who raced in the dailies. So he has, or he had the opportunity to run really, really well, and making sure I've got that video in my to be able to see it now. There we go. A little slow on that again. Welcome to Race Week in Review, where we break down a lot of just some of the basic uh, tracks, cars, talk about this, talk about that, all in GT racing. And
Right.
I, the host, CowboysStig, joined by one of the better drivers on our team. There's some questions and the issues going around about him and his Ford and Honda love, but welcome along, Mr. Finesse.
Hey.
Don't
Man,
believe
look,
the
hey,
rumors is what
look,
that was the giggle. That
man,
don't believe the rumors.
hey, hey, what I'm gonna have to do is get out of here and go get back on my steering wheel because apparently work needs to be done.
Yeah, so we won't question the questions that, but nevertheless, I got loaded up here. Another driver on our team, and we're taking a look at his race just recently, Raw. And this is the new track again, Race B, Circuit D, Sante Corsato or
Yeah,
Corset.
yeah, all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
baby. Yeah, I got that. I can speak a little Frenchy. Frenchy.
Is that what it is?
Um,
I'm not sure if that is the correct. I don't know if you want to go down that.
no, but yeah, but this I thought is one of the cooler race choices or track choices that I've seen in a while
Ah,
in
mm,
Gran Turismo. I know you disagree, and we're going to talk about that disagreement, but I like it. Track flows, it's fast. I think
the
he
track
takes
does not
advantage.
flow.
Oh, it's I'm feeling it, baby. Is it
I
because I got
guess,
to
man.
win and
Hey, I'm glad somebody feeling it. Shoot, I ain't feeling.
man
I
said
have
he ain't
zero
feeling it?
rhythm on this track.
This man said he
Zero.
is not feeling it. I can feel okay. Every track's not for everyone.
Right.
But we're looking at our boy Prisoner here, who started out this race in 13th. And I will tell you, just off the bat, he got a nice little ram from the back. He from I don't know who that was, but watch this. I'm gonna go and just give you a little kiss. Yeah, yeah, that's a Mexican flag. He just go flying in, bam.
Dang.
Woo! I don't.
Yeah,
He
that'll send you
good
wide for sure.
recovery by prisoner as he
You know, and that's
continues on. Yeah,
and that's something that I was going to bring up the other day with you. So, like, if you've got somebody tailing you like that, and you know that they're
yeah.
bumping or you're being a little bit unsafe, the best thing to do is be ready to brake because when they bump you, you're going to want to be heavy on the brake so you can get this recovery. And I'm pretty
And he
sure
got
that
it.
yeah. So he's
Yeah,
heavy
he
under the
got
brake,
it.
and he didn't
He
even
was
really lose too much position.
and the thing was his slide back into it, the momentum is what kept him right in his on this guy's bumper in this race. And that
Yeah.
so it was good to see him, be able to recover like that. Looks like a
Yeah,
yellow
hopefully he'll be
flag
able to get
popped up.
past him. I haven't seen this. Yeah, somebody went off the track there, but
Yeah.
hopefully he gets. Hopefully he gets back around him because I hate bump passing. That's just
I hate
ridiculous.
it. Hate it.
Yeah,
Hate it.
they're using me
He
as a
got
guardrail.
some
Don't use me
nice
as a guardrail.
yeah, or lean on me. Wow, somebody went
Oh
off,
yeah,
but he picked
yep,
up two spots right there through that corner. He looked real smooth going through those downhill S's that
yeah,
are really difficult to get. Most people take wide, hard into this. Let's see what happens.
yeah,
And this was a three lapper, so we're gonna watch this one all the way through because it's a shorty. We like those
yeah.
shorty sprint races. There was a
Yeah,
lot of
make the.
bumping. If you ain't bumping, you ain't racing.
Ah.
That's what some people believe. I don't know.
Ah, I don't know. We need to
I
get them
don't
people
know.
we need to get them people that want to do all the bumping into one
Look at this. Look
lobby.
at that Toyota just went wide.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Oh.
oh,
He was going to try to
oof.
take out somebody when he got back together in that corner, but it didn't work out for him to do that. And
Yeah.
Prisoner is already up in the ninth, solid ninth.
Well,
Pretty
there's a
close.
little bump there. Yeah. Him in blue.
That's all they were doing in this race. It looks like, right? Good God, this corner. I love this corner. Oh, I love that corner. I love
And
to
that
look
has
up in my
hey,
mirror and watch cars go into the.
yeah. Hey, and that Group 3 Aston Martin seems like it's got like a million horsepower. That's a quick.
It's a good
Well,
car.
not
It's a
I
good
wouldn't
car.
say it's quick. I'd say it's fast though. That thing is super fast, especially in the straights.
Loving the livery. How our good esteemed colleague here is rolling with this sweet Sector 7 livery. Which by
Right.
the way, we're going to talk about liveries. Um, we're gonna get into some car show stuff, ain't we?
Oh, that
We're
was
gonna
a
talk about
beautiful
it,
pass. Oh, for
wasn't it?
sure. Yeah. We definitely got some stuff planned for the
Oh,
future.
somebody went off in the
Um,
back. Sorry.
yeah. Yeah, you good. But yeah, for the future, we do have a lot of stuff planned, especially with liveries. I think that's one
Yeah,
of the things that our group of friends or our club or our clan or the whatever you want to call it.
I think the
We really
in general the Gran Turismo community, right? We love
Yeah,
messing with
well,
some
I mean,
livery.
but you'll get this. You'll see some where you have to be a specific way or do this specific. I think
Yeah, yeah,
our group in particular is unique in how we allow people to express themselves
yeah.
with deliveries and and other things. But I find that as one of the shinier spots of our group.
Looks like he got up to seventh by another yellow. Somebody ran off up there at the top of the
Yeah,
hill before. What is it
whole
you don't
bunch of
like
that
about
going
this
on.
track? You say this track doesn't flow, and I look at him going through this, and I'm just thinking about this track in my head and going, "Wow, I love how it just flows from this corner to that corner." What do you not like about this track? Oh, some offs there.
Yeah, somebody else went on. Now
He's in
I'm gonna tell you
six now.
something, right? Now this might be some startling information for some, but I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna know what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah,
it, right? So
yeah,
one thing that Gran Turismo is really excellent about is that the replays make you look like you are an all-star, no matter how you take a corner. Right? You could hatch a corner up like nobody's business. But when you look at that replay, you can be like, man, look, hey, that was a good turn. That was a good turn.
Hey, don't
So,
wait. When you look in the mirror, you want to see something good. You don't want to see all that.
but anyway, for me though, it's just like I'm not really sure. I just don't understand the track when I look at it.
Yeah.
Um, I
Ooh,
can't see
bumping.
the track. Yeah, a little bump there. I can't see the track any faster than what I'm doing. Right.
Yeah.
I understand how to take turns. I understand the braking with the car and everything else with the car that I use. But for whatever reason, I cannot see this track any fat. Look, oh my goodness,
You see
that
him
was
just shoot up.
overtake
I
there.
thought he was
Yeah,
going to run into him, but then somebody crashed in the wall and he got the spot back.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and again, like so that's what I'm saying. So like if I see a turn and it's a 60-mile-an-hour turn, like I can't take the turn at 80 because
Yeah.
I see it as I don't know. I just don't get this. Oh God, it was like a
Hey,
3-car pilot. My goodness.
I'm looking at this going, geez, man, I can see why he said it
Yeah.
was a good race. He was not lying
Yeah. So
because everybody in
and
the
not to
front just gave up.
right and not to take anything away from Prisoner or anybody else that's fast on this track.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't be smooth on it. I'm saying me personally, I can't be smooth on it. I can't
I
see the
feel
track
you.
in this way.
I feel
And
you.
even in the replays that I've looked at of myself trying to analyze what I'm doing right and doing wrong, like I look like I'm expertly handling this track, like like I'm setting
Oh,
top
it
three
looks good to
times,
you.
Yeah, but in reality,
Oh, and they coming up on the final lap here, and they have been fighting for this spot. Now, now, wait for it, because I think I saw the ending of this accidentally.
yeah. Oh, a little
Did he
slippery there.
just drift through the penultimate corner?
Yeah, he caught a little
And
bit of
they
that dirt.
are racing down there, boy.
Look at
Look at
this. Look at this.
that.
Why are they
Oh,
3 wide?
oh,
Why are they
oh,
3 wide?
shitness.
Oh, okay. That was the end.
Oh,
That's
that
why.
was the
Here we go. My
end.
bad. That was it. All right.
Oh,
That makes sense. I was about to say, how are they 3 wide going into this turn? Like, what sense does that make? But that was going for the
that's
choke
the
right
end.
there.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah, they're going for it now. They are going
Yeah.
for it. You throw all caution to the wind, it seems like, for a lot of these
Oh
guys,
no, that
man.
wasn't the end. Yeah, they were 3 wide going into the final lap. Now, had one person made a mistake,
They
everybody would have
all
been
off.
in the lap. Yeah.
They're all off. Yeah,
So
but it made for some
why go through?
exciting race.
Oh man, I guess. Look at this dude in first
uh,
place. He's already finished.
hold on.
How's the dude in first place already finished? Oh, okay. That was the. I'm lost
Yeah,
on the
that's the
track. I
final.
don't even know where they
Yeah, this
are.
is the final lap. Yeah, this is the final lap. They were on the last turn when they bunched up and got all nasty like that. All right. Well, that was a hell of an ending. I mean, because he
Yeah.
drifted through most of that, and then it looked like the McLaren was like, "Lean on me."
Well, yeah, he's riding him a little bit there.
You're doing more than riding.
From our Canadian friends.
Our Canadians up there who apparently have no driving limits whatsoever, rules or.
Yeah, we'll leave that for another day. We'll leave that for another day. Because there is a group out there now that is at the top of my
Yeah.
list of
Well, we will save that, sir, for
yeah,
another day. However, we will
yeah.
jump in to another replay, and this one is for your boy. Yeah, I
Okay.
had to spool this one up because, like I said, I also was on this track, and
Mm.
I felt as though as it flowed for me, man. Once I got it down, oh, it was on.
Yeah.
And there was a little
Well, hey, it
tussle
must
at
be
the
nice.
beginning with me and this other Nissan. That if you believe it or not, people, sometimes you just let another car go. Let them
Yeah.
go, because watch what happens. I don't want to get silent at this moment, but guess what? Still in second
Yeah.
because I let him go.
Yeah, he didn't know how to take that turn,
He
apparently.
didn't know how to take that turn, and I knew that. Not that I know him, but I knew. I bet he don't know how to take this turn.
Yeah, you can definitely you can spot an aggressive driver when you see one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
And this
you know
corner,
sometimes it's a risk too, though. You know,
yeah, it is.
letting
It always
somebody
is.
go by that, and they may end up getting their lives together at that very instant and end up taking gapping you or something. But oh, that
And
was
at
that was
this,
smooth.
I told you, bro, I love that corner, and I was just blasting out of it every time I came out of there. I was chasing our other flag that we love so much.
Mm. Oh man, look, I told you that's
Ah,
another episode, man. That's another
it's another
episode.
episode. We will get into that, and yeah, we might be a little biased. Who ain't? But we will have evidence. I will be like the Pillow Man. I will have proof on a certain day at a certain time.
Mm, mm, mm.
But hey, we
Hey,
talked about one time what it is to follow the leader and
right.
apply pressure enough that it then allows you to take the lead.
Yep.
This is an
Yeah,
example of
because
one of those.
you're back there. I mean, you're back there basically learning what that individual is doing.
By the
As
way,
we get
there
our
was
little maintenance.
maintenance going on
Yeah.
that day, so I figured I better
Yeah.
get some in before the maintenance. I was
Right.
I was
But yeah.
supposed
So
to be with
you're
family
about
at
you're
this point, but
but you're behind somebody trying. You're actually learning what they're doing. Um, that you do better. You know what I'm saying? You're learning the how they're taking some of the turns. You're learning that where they break, and you take that in comparison with yourself because every time around a track is an evaluation, right? So every lap is different from the next. At least for me, anyways. Every time I take a turn, I evaluate that turn and I compare it to all the other turns in that
excuse,
same area. But
excuse me, sir.
um,
What church do you preach at? Because you just preach right there. I want to catch it.
nah.
I want to catch another
Yeah,
sermon when I can.
it's
Cause that
a
was. It,
GT Episcopal or GT Baptist.
all right,
Right.
because yeah, you preached. You preached right there.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because I
So
mean, oh man, boy, ooh, will you go ahead and preach
and
some
look at that.
more?
Well, no, I was just saying. You're picking and choosing how you want to get around that individual just based off of what they're doing in front of you.
And the other thing too is right. It's about when you're following a guy. If you understand how the draft works, you don't want to be breaking under drafting because
Right.
there is a loss of a lot of grip there that will cause you to either underbrake that guy and run all up the back of him, or you completely miss your apex at the time you want it, which then is going to cause you to fall back when you didn't want to. Now,
Right.
here's where I made
Because
the mistake.
so at least when I'm following someone, right, I'll give them 2 turns of leeway, and what I mean by that is that I will break intentionally early on 2 turns just to see where they're breaking and how far back they're and how hard they're breaking. So when those next few turns come up, I can anticipate what they're going to do, and that way that allows me to get a little bit closer to them, and then I take it from there, however it goes.
Yeah, because it's going to be about the run out of the corner to be able to really get up on the guy and stay up on him so you can eventually make the pass. Now, the biggest problem I had here is that couple of mistakes that I made late. That when I went to make my attack, I was too late, and I
Yeah.
was gonna. And instead of going, all right, well, let's just dive bomb every corner, I accepted the fact that all right, I made my move too late and lost that distance that I needed to have to be able to keep the pressure on at the same time.
Mm. Yeah, that's
So
rough.
I can tell you, I went ahead and just took second place here because Once I realized I'd made the mistake, it was done. And that's, in racing, do you ask yourself, do I want to finish, or am I really that pissed that I made that mistake that I'm going to go and just throw everything at this guy and lose everything?
Right. And I also like that thinking as well is something that's, that some people don't have. But if you also look at your number plate, right? So you got the number 3 plate. As long as you finish third, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say through the beginning of the race you're not trying to get first, right? But if I get to the point, like if I have a number 13 plate and I'm in 8th place and ninth place is right on my tail, I have
Mm-hmm.
no problems
Mm-hmm.
with letting ninth place go.
Mm-hmm.
Just settle in where you're at, based on what you're doing, and you'll finish more races in the points than you will by trying to do something that you're not capable of.
Yeah. 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 So I ended up taking the second place spot there. And again, I wasn't sad about it. Let's go ahead and take a look. I got another one before we talk about just a technique in general I wanted to go over. I got another one I wanted to play here in the review, loading it up as we maybe no. Oh,
You got high.
yeah. Must be smoking crack because I thought I had it loaded.
Don't do that now. Don't do that.
Okay, there's the problem. There was the problem. All of these videos that I had set up and ready to go, I did not have for auto restart. So, we are going to take a quick look. I wanted to do this one. Why? Why did I want to do this? Does this look familiar?
That does look familiar.
This is
That
a
is
this is a re-
our
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Say it.
this is just our
You know you want to
BMW
say it.
series.
BMW
Yeah.
series. Oh, I love this freaking series. I do. I do. I'm
Mhm.
sorry we can't call this live because we are both participating in this race.
Right.
But just to go back and watch the replay, I don't know if you remember this one as much as I remember this one, but there was some good battles between three
Mm.
drivers I know.
Mm. Uh-oh. See, now
At
you're
least
trying to
for a
stir
lap.
up something.
Oh
Nah, you
yeah,
trying to
boy.
stir up something now.
Oh,
See.
just for it,
Oh.
at least if not for a lap, it was beautiful.
Look,
Some
man, I'm
beautiful
telling you,
driving
look,
going home.
look, apologies have been made, letters
And
have
let me
been
let me go ahead
written,
and fire. I
and
don't.
and now and
This
now
was
you
not
now
this was not
and
a bad
now
one
you
on your part.
and now you
This was
about to
I don't think
stoke
so.
the flames. What happened? No, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't
No,
me.
no, no. This was others.
Mm. Hey, but here we go. Here we go. Hey, full.
Controversy.
Yeah. All right. Hey, go ahead and let the pain start. Let's go. Let's get into it.
BMW race. Let's take a look at the lineup. I believe, was this how we started? No, yes, this was how we started.
Yeah.
This was the lineup. Not even going to talk about first place guy, pole guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Who
really,
knows who
really and
he is?
truly, really and truly, the most important spot was sixth place. I mean,
But,
because
Uh,
yeah,
I
because
w- um, you're just going to
there
overlook
was
seventh just because six becomes before seven.
no,
What's up
no,
with
no,
that?
no.
What's
Because
up with that?
again, this is the race within the race.
This was some good racing, people. We're laughing about it, but that I remember in that race just how close it was at the beginning. Like I said, forget like how people some just walked off to McDonald's or whatever, but this was the race, bro. I
Yeah, this
was
this
like
was a good one.
stoked.
I was
I was
surprised.
stoked.
This was a good one. Here,
It was.
hide the over. Yeah. Oh no, go ahead. You
Oh yeah,
good?
I can't hide this one because this was a
Yeah.
recording of that actual day. This was
You
actually a
good?
recording of the recording when we called this race, or we were going to
Yeah.
call this race.
Right,
So
right, right.
we're kind of seeing this for the first time ourselves,
Look at that pack.
and we're looking at it from multiple perspectives. Look at that pack going into that corner.
Beautiful, beautiful first corner. Look at
Man,
that.
we were
Beautiful first.
so tied up into making sure we got through that corner clean that
Yeah.
oh, 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 oh. But then this, like you said, the battle really got serious. So 6 to
Right.
like 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I know I was determined.
Hey, you know, hey,
Oh,
I was
I
trying
know.
to get there, bro. I was trying to get there.
Man, man,
Woo-wee.
there was some others that were determined as well. That
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes.
made this race even more interesting. On the side note, because a lot of guys go back and watch this race and go, "Oh, I remember what happened." Yeah, you had
Mm-hmm.
to be there, ladies and gentlemen. This was a hot
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I
This
think it
was
was on that. I think it was that turn. This turn right
was
here
it in
is
here
where all the drama
where
started.
it
No, no,
all some of it
I'm
kicked?
just saying it was that turn,
It was
not
in that turn. It wasn't
this
this
moment.
lap,
Yeah,
but it was in that
right,
turn.
right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ooh,
I
wee.
remember that.
Hey,
We saw a lot of
pit crews look like the WWE. You know, just people jumping off the top rope, headphones flying. Oh man.
people. It was clean. It was clean up to around lap. I'm gonna think it was around lap 4 or 5.
I
I'm gonna keep this running because we showed pretty much in the review of a preview of this all of the closest elements of this race, and like I
yeah.
said, we were saying earlier, it kind of started out. It trickled down as soon as first got away. It became second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then
Mm,
another pack that was sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth that were
yeah.
just going at it. it was
Yeah. This was
it
this
was
I really
woo.
I didn't have high hopes for this track, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the track combination with this car was
Was
amazing. Like
oh, it was amazing.
this was such a crazy race. All
And
the way through.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I had a bit of a handicap because I had
Mm.
practiced all week long with
Uh-huh.
one setup, and
Uh.
the practice before the race, I changed the setup.
Now, why would you do
Would you
that?
do something stupid like that, Stig?
Now, why would you want to do that?
So
Uh,
all this entire race, I was running on a bad gear setup. And I swear to
oh.
God, I was fast in some places, but the moment we got on this straight,
This is all
oh,
she wrote, huh?
I could contest everybody into a corner. But the moment it straightened out, it was like bye bye.
Yeah. And I tell
And
you what,
then look at who went up? Ooh, is
yeah.
it?
Hey, I tell you this,
Ooh,
right? Max capacity on this one.
yeah, yeah.
I got behind him. Well, this was one of the times, but I think before that I was behind him as well. But he was actually giving me a pretty good run on this one here.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
worried there for a minute. I was like, man, how in the world?
A
Not I mean
couple
not
of
to,
times.
that he's
No,
bad or
no.
anything,
This
but
is another
it was
good.
just
This is another good driver, people. This is
yeah. So
another
it was
good
just
driver.
surprising that I saw him and I was like, man, what is happening right now?
Right
But
now,
eventually I ended up, getting myself together.
see, I
And I
believe it's
was
getting close to that moment in the race we were talking about. And you know what was exciting is that Wid was like, because I believe this was the second of two races, right? So in this
well no,
race, it
the other one was just determining the lineup. This was
just
the
the
actual
lineup,
race.
right? So we were watching Wid come through the pack and chasing down Sinister, and in watching him work past people. And I think it was really because of that incident that he ended up getting that first spot, right? Was it because of that?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many where he's fought through the pack, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a little foggy.
But this
but
again, this race was so. just downright fun to rewatch because of
Yeah.
all of that back and forth. And then Hover. Um,
Oh.
what's
Yep.
up, Hub? What's up, Hub? Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
look at him. Look at him. Boy, he was in
They
there, boy.
they are nut
That
to butt
pack.
going around there. Yep.
That that pack right there, man. I kept replaying it. I kept replaying it going. If one guy, just one guy, does something
Yeah.
wrong, and I think I jinxed it.
Because one guy definitely did something wrong. And holy cow. The storm that ensued in the following laps.
Oh my God. I think it was on ESPN special report that night, wasn't it?
Oh,
There were all
man.
kind of camera angles and shit, the conspiracies going on.
Right.
Oh, but yeah, that was a tight race, man. That was
Mm,
some
mm,
tight
mm.
racing. And if anybody doesn't know, we the BMW series, I believe, runs for 15 minutes. The race is
Yeah, I
15
think
minutes
we've
long.
got like a no, the qualifier, I want to say was 15, not okay. Let me take that back. So we do we do a qualify, right? And then
Yeah,
they reverse it and we do like a 15-minute or a 15-minute
sprint.
sprint,
Yes,
and that's to determine the order for
the
the
lineup.
final.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
final is like 30 minutes, I think.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So for a lot of, and I know I quali bad, and then I ended up wrecking the car, and so I started the sprint in last.
Mm.
So, or no, in seventh. Yeah, I started the sprint in seventh. So just knowing, coming from behind that I had a bad car, just to be able to be in this pack would have been, oh, it'd have been sweet. just
Yeah,
to,
for
just to
sure.
see this all, unfold. But we happened to be the ones that were pulling up the rear. I knew you made a couple of mistakes twice in that race, didn't you? You had a
Yes,
couple of
yes.
offs that cost you big time. I know I did.
Yep, and they were almost back to back. And then like once that happened though, I was able to settle down and then, buckle in and do what I needed
Yeah.
to do. I think I
Well, you
ended up
mentioned
fourth in this.
racing with max capacity. I was going to mention too that I had also come across him as well after I made my mistakes. There was a couple of times that I had to go a couple of laps with him, and the guy does
Yeah.
turn some tight laps, man. Guy does turn some tight
Yeah, he
laps. I don't know if
does.
the car was set up right for him, but yeah, we all ended up where we ended up.
Yeah. Well, I think the only reason I caught him is because he had also made a mistake at some
Yeah,
point, which allowed me to catch up to him. Otherwise he had left me in the dust. I was like, God, dog.
yeah. I think
But
we're
like I
getting
said,
close
I think I ended
to.
up fourth in this one.
I think we're getting close to that period in time where I believe the incident
Was it this
occurred.
lap?
Uh see, it was a
Ooh, here we
pack of
go. Here we go.
it was a pack
Yep,
of guys,
here it
right?
is.
It was I know
And
Tismo was
poof.
in there. I know.
He's gone. He's gone. Ah! He's gone.
uh now
No.
now there's a lot of questions about this,
Monica.
people. There's a lot of
Oh
questions about
man.
this. Um, you
And we
know,
don't get a good angle here, but
Well, yeah,
ooh
we don't
wee.
see it until they come out of the corner,
Yeah.
basically at the top of the hill. But we said it. If somebody makes a mistake, there was the first
Right?
one that I don't think was the biggest, considering that Tismo was, where he was. But then,
Yeah.
things started getting freaky.
Oh man. I think we went back too far. That was
Oh, I
I think
did. I
it
did it
happened.
on purpose so we'd have
Yeah, it
time
happened.
to
Oh,
build
okay.
up
I
to
got
it.
you.
I want the
Oh
excitement
man.
to build. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
So
know it was. Yeah,
now with the thinking behind the move,
Yeah.
So I know.
Questionable. I know it's questionable.
Well, well. So I mean, you can anticipate somebody's move, right?
Yes.
Or you can anticipate how somebody's going to react.
Yes.
So on and so forth, right? But in certain situations, you can only go based off of what you think that you would do in
Yes.
that situation.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to undercut a car in a turn where you didn't typically undercut, or
Yeah.
no one normally undercuts, right?
Yeah.
That you're putting yourself in a position to where it's a 50-50.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of where your racecraft comes into play. Okay, is this a smart place? Because I mean there's places where you can do those kinds of things and it's not be as catastrophic as this was as we're coming up to it. You
Yeah.
know, and he
Here
realizes that
comes
he's
the
going,
move
but
right
he's gonna
here.
go here.
Here's comes the
But you
move
gotta
right here.
right. But where but
Now,
but where do you think, as the car on the black car, right? If we're looking at the black one, where do
yeah.
you think your car is gonna go? I mean, you clearly not gonna continue left,
Yeah.
right? And the person in front of you has the right of way because they're in the lead, right? So if I'm making this turn, the only option in the black car was either A, to slow down, and this is in my opinion, A, to slow down, or B, stay tight on that line.
Yeah.
But I mean, just looking at it though, that's impossible because his car is pointing straight out. So
Well,
you're
and
going
and
that
I'm
way.
and as I reviewed this too, I looked and saw, you don't have a lot of steer lock on there because I mean, if you look at his steering right now, you don't have a lot of steer lock. But then here's the ultimate thing, right? I have heard both sides of this, and one, we just saw this happen in Formula One, and there
Man,
was a big argument over who was at fault,
right,
right? But in this one, the difference is okay, they're both diving for the apex. And if we say that Sinister is in the lead, which clearly he is by a
right,
half a car,
right,
that he has right to that apex. So even though
right,
Sinister had taken the wide angle that would look like he's leaving the door open, that is just Sinister's line into that corner.
right. And you know this because
You
every
saw
other
it before.
time through this turn, I mean, even the people behind them are
You've
taking that
seen it.
line. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? So that's the typical line through there. Now, if I'm going to try
That's
and
where
invent,
when I went back and looked at this, I had to say, all right, young buck, look now. If you knew you was going to throw it in there that tight, number one, I don't see enough steering lock on there that lets me know that you're going to try to make that corner hard left like you should. But
right?
I cannot slow mo this right now at this point. We ain't got that kind of technology here yet. But
Well, because this is a replay of a replay.
yeah, this replay of a replay of a replay. That if I could slow mo it, it's the problem that happens here is that when he hits that curb, his left tire is gonna go inside that curb, and when it bounces out, he ain't got no more control,
Right,
and he
right.
is gonna go right in to the back bumper. Did you see it?
Yeah, he says that left rear quarter panel.
Now, as
Yeah,
much as he was trying to keep it, because I can even see through the fencing that he is really trying to turn hard now, it's only because of the recovery that he had off the curb.
and that left rear quarter panel of the leader.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
So
Because he'd already stuck his nose in there. And once he stuck his nose in there, he was ahead. He had it. It was there. It was bam. And then all of a sudden, he felt that edge of his nose on his butt.
yeah,
And there he goes, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen,
I just
right out the back door.
and like we were saying before. I mean, we're just calling it. I mean, look at that.
Just calling it like it
Like
is, people.
there
Calling
was
it like it
there
is.
there was only one car that was going to come out of that um, alive, so to speak.
Uh, yeah.
Either Sinister was going to destroy him into the fence, which
Yeah.
wouldn't have necessarily been his fault, or he was going to end up in the kitty litter out there. and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
see which one happened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there was just no quick recovery from that, people.
No, not at all. Not
And
at
we call
all.
the yellow flag, yellow, 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 yellow. All right, so we go yellow. Nuke gets it up in there. Now I
See,
thought,
well, but check it though, right? So now,
yeah,
because we run full damage, right?
yes,
So
yes,
now, not only did you do everything that you needed to do, but somebody else now is responsible for damaging your vehicle. Because I'm pretty
yeah,
sure he got some rear end damage off of that. And while the damage was minimal because he didn't hit the wall, it's still going to affect the car later on in the race. So
yeah,
now now you're running the problem of, do you pit? And when you pit, do you fix? Or do you try and make something of it and just run the car as is?
yeah.
But I mean, it's just like the man. I don't know. That is something
I
else. That is
I didn't know what else to. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a racing. I'm gonna call it a racing incident because
right.
technically it is what it is. But it, you know, at that point, look at the car dive into that hole. Did you see it?
Yeah. I mean, the back end is up off the back end was up in the air.
So there's just man, that was just when I went back and looked at it and did the analysis of it, it was like, all right. But now we did go yellow. We did go yellow. Here's the thing I had a question about, right?
Mm-hmm.
When two cars are involved in an accident, aren't they both of them supposed to go to the back?
Yep.
So I do not think I saw that happen. So we made a mistake in not
No, I think
monitoring
he
that
did. I think
properly.
he did go. He went in
Did
the
he?
back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There, he's going back. He's going back. He's going back. Now there was another incident in this race.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I
uh,
remember this one.
oh yeah, oh yeah. If you'll notice the order that they're in now,
Right.
um, we got Nuke and Tismo, Wid, Rip, Matt Capacity, Finesse, then me, then Sinister, blah 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 blah.
And then
If you
hover.
remember, if you remember about 3 laps till the end, there was another incident.
Mm, I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna let this take off to see what happened after they took off. I want everybody to see that again. And there was a lot of good movement. Again, the pack when it took off was tight. Everybody was close. Man, I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I love races like this.
Right.
Um,
And I think that how we do the penalty with the yellow flag, I think that's
yeah.
probably like one of the better one of the things that lead to more exciting races because everybody,
Mm-hmm.
it bunches everybody back up and you're not so spread out. Yeah, see, he was
So
having trouble there. He
yeah,
tried not to pit, and that was giving him all kinds of trouble.
all
First you got that
kinds of
mental because
trouble.
you're angry. Yeah, you got that mental
Yeah,
because you're
exactly,
angry. You're like, man, this is some bull
exactly.
crap. And then you got to overcome that too. So, I mean, I just, man, mm,
And I remember hearing his frustration over the radio.
yeah, yeah,
But if you'll notice there, Hover is making his way back up through the pack, and gets a little dirty. I thought at this point, as I look back, I got the information back from him. He started having controller problems.
mm,
Is what some of this boiled down to. And
mm.
which kind of made sense on some of the places that I saw him going wild on. I'm like, wait, this ain't like
I
Hover to
mean,
be
I
all over the
mean,
place like that.
right, right. I mean, now, like when I go off the track, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the dog will start, sitting under my
Well,
leg, or,
I believe I ended up
or,
catching a replay of
or,
that too. So
hey, look, or somebody turned the light on in the room and I got to close my eyes. I mean, we can make excuses all day.
all day long. It's
Like you didn't
racing.
know you were about to sit down for an hour-long race. Yeah, plug in your controller. My bad. Was that too much? I'm
Oops,
sorry.
oops, oops.
See, I
Once
told you he's
again,
gonna
you
stir
can
something up right here. Look,
once
now they be
again you
like,
can
oh,
find
it
Reverend on Sermon Sunday here in Gran Turismo.
it's communion week. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that
You know
grape
what I'm
juice.
saying? And again, it broke off. This was the cool thing about it. As I was looking back and watching this race, it broke off into those distinct packs again, right? So we
Right.
had Nuke, Tismo, and Wid, Rip, Max, and you.
Yeah,
And
I'm working Max right now.
you working him, but both of you got into trouble.
Really? I don't remember
Yeah,
this. I
yeah,
didn't
you
think I
gonna
went off
remember in a
again.
moment. Right there, there it is, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
chose to go past the pit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of damage there.
I remember asking you in this because we called this race after the fact. I said, "Why didn't you go in the pit?"
Well,
You was like,
you know
"Nah,
why
nah,
I
nah,
didn't
nah."
go. You know why I didn't go into the pit, right?
Why?
Because you were behind me. I was like, ain't no way in the world I'm going to the pit. And you
Yeah, see, that
behind
was the
me.
truthest. That was the truthest. See, if y'all go back and watch the race we called on that, it's on YouTube. You remember he was like, "I ain't going into the pit." I'm like, why you not going to the
Mm-mm.
pit? But then we find out the
No,
real reason why he didn't go in the pit.
no, says I.
He was not getting past. Like, I'm gonna lose
Mm-mm.
this another way right here. So this
Yeah,
is where I got behind max capacity, and damn if I didn't have like 3 or 4 laps of a hard time trying to get past it. But again,
yeah,
I wasn't
and
geared
then
right. I wasn't set up right. It was a hard race,
right,
bro.
and then somebody else
And
had a little accident,
then I told you you
which
remember.
allowed me to jump into fourth place.
Yep.
Oh man, you
I
must have been
told
pushing
people,
hard.
I'm trying to tell you, this is what went on in this race. It was exciting. It was
Yeah.
stuff going on all over the place. Because again, I am driving a car that I changed the setup an hour before the race.
Hey, look, and Rip must have had a bug fly into his helmet because when
Uh,
he face planted out the dang in the
straight up
dang. I
into
was
the
like,
wall.
what? I'm gonna
Right?
just go this
And
way.
dude, we were all pushing it. We were all pushing it to the just unleveling limits. And
Right.
when I saw him go into the wall, I stopped clipping that corner.
See? Hey, a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. That's it.
We're
Or a
about to
wise
see that
person,
very
rather.
shortly. We're about to see that.
Uh,
That's why I kept this going. I did cut this up pre-edited before we doing this review, so I did
oh, we
make it a
don't get to
little
see
bit
him face
shorter.
plant.
Oh, you're gonna see it. I believe I
Uh,
got it. It's coming up here because again, these were things that I wanted to kind of bring up because this race was that close. It was
yeah,
all about the little mistakes that we were making that made this race even closer than it was,
yeah, for sure.
right? And for me, I felt like, yeah, because here it's starting to come up. The pack that we were running in early was really indicative of how tight our team is and
Yeah,
those that race with us. That
right. So
sometimes we get to racing so tight and so close that it does become that one mistake and it's all over because here it comes. It's a
right.
series. It's a series of mistakes that are about to happen here, people.
A plethora.
A plethora. All right, because if you notice, your boy Stig is in fifth, and I am
Right.
giving Rip one hell of a rip.
Look, and I'm in eighth, just hit
Yes,
seventh, and
I
I
want
was
you to
in panic
notice.
mode.
I want you to notice where all these people are, okay? Because this is where it started getting serious. As we all start to notice the laps are ticking down, time is running out, and we can see the spreading of the people ahead of us. It's at one point when I thought to myself, I'm gonna have to take the risk. I'm gonna
Right.
have to go through these corners a little bit faster than I'm going through, or I'm not gonna get past this guy.
Right. Right.
And then that's when the shit started happening.
You got into panic mode. Hey.
We're coming up on
Oh,
those right now. I'm stalling as much as I can. Go ahead and let the dog bark so we can have some excitement because we're about a lap away from when all of it broke loose. And the end of
yeah.
the race was even more mysterious.
Oh my goodness. Look, I am telling you, bro. I was in
uh,
straight panic mode because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this dude gonna be bumping his gums about passing
yep,
me and leaving me in the
yep,
dust.
yep.
And like I
Oh, I
said,
was gonna be talking a little something. I was gonna be talking. I was gonna get up on the podium and say something, but all
right.
those plans were shot to hell. Um,
Mm, mm, mm. Ugh.
yeah, because boy,
Where it
it's
at,
coming
man? Let
up
me
here.
see it. Where it at?
It's coming because like I said, we were looking at some cars. We were talking about some of the guys that have made it to the back of this pack. Excuse me. And then I believe now is where you'll see my mistake first. I believe
Hmm.
is where I'm going to go wide into the penultimate corner down the back.
I thought it was this corner. I thought it was this corner right here.
Oh, yep, right here. Yep, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there goes Max.
Max
And then
goes screaming, but
I heard you
yeah, I
go.
got it. Here it go.
Hey, look,
Wow.
I heard you go off. I was like, yeah.
Did you hear me go off? Because
Here,
I screamed
here,
loud.
yeah.
Here it
Here
comes
I
again, ladies and gentlemen. Here
come.
it comes again. Here it comes.
Oh man, I
Here it
pinned my
comes.
ears back and kept it rolling.
I was putting so much pressure on Rip. Man, he had such good lines. Oh.
You knew you was about to take it.
I knew it, but I know my car is not right. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go do a little bit more here. Do a little bit more here. Try here. Try this.
Mm,
And then, and then, and then, and
mm,
then,
mm, mm.
and then.
Ugh. Hey, but he helped you out too, though, because he ended
I
up.
tried to get out of his draft soon enough that it wouldn't affect my braking, and it did.
Oh, oh,
And it did. And
oh,
guess
there
who's
goes
gonna come
Max.
flying by me? Max come flying by, and I look up in my mirror
Yep.
shortly thereafter because I tried not to touch that wall. But here comes finesse.
It's time to capitalize on all mistakes. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
because yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had two in a row, huh?
Yes, I did.
Oh
I
my
hit the wall
goodness.
again. Now, luckily, when I hit the wall again, I was able to get into the pit.
Mm, mm, mm,
So we're
mm,
gonna watch
mm.
this sequence through, people, because, like I said, a lot of shit started happening that started coming together because Rip hit the wall.
Man, hey, straight on. Like I thought, I like
I
what
believe
track
I replayed
version?
this. I believe I replayed this. I hope I
I
replayed
don't know
this,
what version of the track he was on, but goodness.
bro. Yeah, I believe I did. I believe I did. So hopefully you will see me pop back because just as I'm thinking, okay, you can get him, get back on him. Max is just ahead of you. Get your shit together and let's go. Right?
Right.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, he must have
Uh
locked him up. There's a little bit of smoke
he
there.
well, no, it's that
No, must
corner
have been
that
on the
I
next lap.
no, it's the corner that we kept talking about downhill, and I followed him all the way through this because we had been doing it all night long and making jokes about it. We said, all right, I'm
Mm,
coming down that hill, and as we make the left, we're coming out with so much speed, you want to carry the car to the right a little bit and
yeah,
really get close to that wall. And I kept saying,
yeah.
yeah, my mirror is touching the wall.
Yeah, right,
And
right, right.
just as I said that on this lap,
Hey, and I'm listening to that, and I'm like, oh, people are starting to push. It
You know what I'm
getting close to
saying?
the end.
So
People
I
starting to
know
push.
Rip was pushing. So when I got past
Mm-mm-mm.
Max and following him down the hill, I'm thinking, okay, how close to this wall are we gonna get? And we about to find out right now.
Hey, we got in kissing range.
You know, and so all the whole rest of this race, and I believe it's coming up. It's coming up here. I'm trying to talk through it. The
Right.
whole rest of this race, I'm thinking, if I can get fourth out of this, then I am going to be the happiest camper ever, and
Mm.
nobody has to ever know that I changed my setup.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it
Right?
skipped. Where'd it go?
Oh, because we're about to jump to what happened.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It it,
Yeah, because
it skipped over it
oh,
because
oh,
we're about
who's
to
this?
jump to what happened. uh,
Oh
yeah,
no, that's
I
weird.
I
That's
jumped in the
weird.
car with Wid because Wid really took advantage of all the mistakes, right? Because he got out in the
Hmm.
head, man, and he was gone head down. He did not have a single mistake after that. So
Right.
after we got done crashing, it was all about him just maintaining his position.
Yep.
uh, and that's about to come up here in just a second. Uh, so the biggest part about the end, or at least when I wrecked again for the second time, I believe you went into fourth at some point because you
Yep.
finished this race in fourth, right?
I finished in fourth. Yep.
Yep. So it's about to come up because you're right now sitting in seventh. Max was in sixth. Max had another run off himself. That's what allowed
Yep.
me to end up getting past him to get
And he
fifth.
had another. Yeah, and he had another one after that, which allowed me to get past him too, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then Rip is gonna run into the wall, which put
And
me back into fourth.
then I
And
guess you were so
then,
happy you decided to hit the other wall.
yep, yep. That's all coming up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here on set, let me let you guys remember this is brought to you by, as we're waiting for this exciting moment, brought to you by Sector 7, the secret sector in racing. Some of the best racing you'll ever have, see, and enjoy. also,
Yes, indeed.
also brought to you by your good friends over at Fanatic, for those that are just crazy about their sport, and for the Enduro Race Series, brought to you again also by Sector 7. Here we come, ladies and gentlemen. We are chasing down Rip for fourth place. Rip is going to attempt to make a move on Nuki.
Mm. Yeah.
This is where the racing was tight, baby. I was in it to win it. I was thinking I
Mhm.
had something going on here.
Right.
All
Look at the
right.
inside there. Yeah.
Look at the closeness that Nuke and Rip are ripping it up. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting
Yeah. So
for 'em. One of them gonna make a
he
mistake.
couldn't
One
get
of them.
past him, so he dropped back a little bit there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're
Hmm.
testing each other. I'm testing Rip into this corner. Rip tested Nuke into another corner, and you know, man, oh man, we went back and forth like this for this two
Heavyweight
laps
title
that you see.
match.
Yes, yes. Um, and I believe here is when we all just went fruit loopy. The next
Mm.
lap. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to, I'm building this up like a hot story that it is, because it is a hot one.
Yes, I just got past Max, so I was getting
You
it.
see, you starting to remember it now, because this is where Max made the mistake again, and this has put him out of the contention. At this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah. He
when
was.
Max went off that time, it was like, oh shit, well Max, look how spread out we are, except
Yeah. He's done
for
skis.
those three that we will get back to very shortly. But I had to stay on Max because he was the one between us. I thought that if there was going to be a fight for that last third or fourth spot, he
Mm.
was going to be in it. He was going to be there, and we were going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Uh, and then we got down to here. I'm skipping. I'm skipping. Skipping. The other, and if you do remember, if we don't remember exactly. There was another position change for second before this
Mm,
race was over, right?
I don't. I think. Yeah, I think maybe Nuke and Turismo swap positions.
Was it Nuka Turismo or
Yeah,
yeah, I think it was Nuka
yeah,
Turismo. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. Because
There it goes.
Wid was
Bam!
first.
There
Then,
it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there it
dang,
was.
he looked like a hockey puck.
Bam the bam bam. He was like a little hockey puck. Here we go again. Here we go. Rippy was ripping it up. I'm pushing it. Could you see it? Could you tell I was pushing it?
Hey,
And
that
then
car is
he
not going to be a
bam.
GT5. Oh,
That's the wall we kept saying.
yeah.
My
I
mirror
had no
touched
problem.
that wall.
I had no problem with that wall.
Oh
Like that
no.
wasn't even a threat for me.
I was getting intimate with that wall.
Look at
And
that!
then Rip got
Wow.
too
Ooh,
intimate and she said no, sent him home.
ooh. We doing it again. We doing it again. Oh, come around, come around. Oh, I'm losing grip. Oh
Look
no,
right
I'm in the dirt.
there.
I can't turn. I'm in the dirt.
Right there.
Nothing is happening.
All of
Here
us had
comes the
been
wall.
doing that, bro, all day long, and we just couldn't stop ourselves from doing it. And then
Hey,
it caught him.
ended his race
It
completely.
was done.
Yep.
Now, as
Uh,
I get excited,
mm-hmm.
look
Look
at
at
me.
you. Look at
Look
you.
at me.
Oh my goodness. What
I've
are
been
y'all
doing that all
doing?
day long. I've been
What are
doing that all
y'all
day long.
doing?
When he hit the wall, I said I won't do that anymore.
What were y'all doing? Oh my goodness. That's
So
crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah. So we're not done, people. The excitement's not over. We're about 3 laps before the end of this race.
Man, I saw Rip. I
And
was like, oh, you dead, Rip. You dead, man.
yeah,
You dead.
yeah. Because look
Whoa,
at
let me get
Finesse
by you.
now. Finesse is like moving up, right? Look at Finesse. He's in fifth now.
Yeah.
He's taking off, right? He's just going through him. And Finesse about to get another position here by the grace of the racing gods. There's my good friend Tismo. I don't know what I was doing when I was looking back at this, but Tismo's gone,
Yeah.
lagging a little bit.
Well, I don't even know what happened to the point where he ended up in third place. Like
I don't think I remember
he
that
was so
now.
far he was so far ahead.
Yeah, I believe it ended 1, 2, 3 like it is right now, but fourth place is going to belong to you, sir. Because as I start pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, I am going to push it into the penultimate corner into the wall. And I'll just
Mm,
watch you
mm.
just glide on past me, which should be coming up here pretty soon. Uh, uh, poor Rip, man. He was
Yeah,
devastated. He
yeah,
was
that was
devastated. Here it comes. We're getting close here, people. If you'll notice, our man Finesse there in fifth.
what?
What? Uh, Cause and I'm knowing you catching me. By the way, I knew you were catching me. If ever so slightly, you were catching me. Come on,
Yeah.
Tracy. What am I doing? I skipped
I was
forward.
I was making moves. I was like, yeah, I gotta try and get
Mm-hmm.
back in
Mm-hmm.
what I know was
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah. We knew you was making moves. Uh, Let me see if I can't skip on up here to where it almost happened because I, I thought it was this race that um it was Hover and Tismo that got into a corner together. But that was a
That
different
was
race. Ah, yeah,
yeah, that
there,
was a
yep,
red
there it goes.
that was a Red
Here it
Bull
comes.
series.
Here comes people because, like I said, your boy hit the wall. Come on. Am I going to ever get this right? Hey, we're going to be as good as ESPN one day for
Yeah,
describing these
yeah.
things. But
One day we're
nonetheless,
big and strong.
one day. uh, check your boy. He's in fourth right now. Fourth place. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa's in fifth. I believe
Mm-hmm.
it's coming up right
Not
now.
for long.
Not for long. Because it was the penultimate lap that I was, kind of in my own world thinking, all you got to do, get this car across the line, and you'll tell the story of the biggest fish you ever caught.
That fish was so big.
Yo, that fish was huge, dude.
Yeah, I had to get a truck
I
just to pull it in.
I put it on the boat by myself. I didn't need no truck. What you talking about?
Uh,
You see the pole I caught that with? It was like it
it's
was
not
like one of them twigs off of
like
a,
a dang.
a
It's
pine tree.
like a dang tuna.
uh, uh,
I didn't realize how big tunas were. The things
oh,
are ginormous and they're shaped
huge,
like
dude.
missiles.
Exactly. Missiles
That's
of the
crazy.
sea. It's some good eating, but damn. Um,
Yeah.
it's coming up here, people. We're stalling long enough. I know our show has gone over by miles, but we wanted to bring you all the best entertainment that Sector 7 could possibly bring you. Where else
Right.
would you
So,
find it? If you notice, I went into the pit right there.
ho,
There it is.
ho.
It happened. It happened right there, people. That just happened.
Just dropping on back. What did you end up finishing in?
I don't even want to talk about
Oh, okay. Look, I can't.
it. let's
I
say
don't even remember where I started. I think I started in
let's say
seventh.
me and Titan watched the rest of the race. Yeah, I'm about to show the wreck here. I know everybody thought I wasn't going to show the
Oh
wreck,
yeah.
but here it goes.
Look at that
Bam!
beauty. Yeah, I tell you, and that turn you got to try. You want to
And
take
I
it fast.
tried to get the tires correct, but then,
Oh yeah.
but like, unlike
But you
you, I was like, I'm right here. Let me go
yeah.
pit.
Here I
Let me
come.
pit. But it was over.
Yeah.
There was
But that
so much
turn,
damage to that car. Look at it. Look at the damage.
that turn you want to take fast though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't go
I
slow through
had to
there.
go for it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I had to go for it, but when I messed up the entire sequence, I was already done. And
This is
then
true. That is just
and
the
then
result. Got that old blue dragon on the side of that thing. Look at that.
and then look at him.
Rawr.
Look at him.
Rawr.
Look at him through no fault of his own. Is taking the laps like a racer should. Look at it. Look at it. Max capacity just going. Could you believe what that guy had been through and got fifth?
Right?
Not to mention Sass, who had been following in the back all day long.
Came up making moves. All you had to do was stay on the
Came
track.
up making moves.
All you had to do was stay on the track. That's crazy.
And then poor old Rip, Titan,
Yeah.
Sinister. We were just all bringing up the rear, bro.
Yeah,
All
it
out of
was
the
hard.
because this is another one of those races where they only give points down to the sixth place.
Yeah, it was all Heartbreak Hotel after
So that was
after
it.
that.
That was it. That was it, my friend. But that brings us to another exciting week in racing, and I pretty much I don't know what was it. Was it
Huh?
some of the best racing you'd ever seen that week? I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought
there was some interesting stuff going on for sure.
it was exciting, man. It was exciting, but we're not over. This is race week in review, and you're gonna see us again and again and again. We're gonna come back and give you our insight, the behind the scenes stories, tips, tricks, and all that other stuff. What else do you have in store for them there, Finesse?
Yeah, so we have upcoming our S7 hit list, which
Ooh.
is going to be some special invites sent out via PSN for anybody that happens to be in a lobby with an S7 member that shows good racing skill. Not necessarily the fastest or any of that kind of stuff, but
Racing skills.
as
Racing
long
skills.
as yeah, if you got skill, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to get a. I mean, well, you have the potential to get an invite.
Yeah, it's all about the potential. So, again, if we see you in a lobby, racing with us, you're doing all the right things, you're driving smooth, you're not trying to cut nobody off and dive bombing and stuff like that, you might end up on the hit list. A good thing to be part of
For
some
sure.
really, really cool racing with some really cool guys. in the Sector 7 race team.
Mm.
Where can they hook up with you and see you again, man? I mean, where can we
Man,
find Finesse?
you can find me in the lobbies, whether they be daily FIA or they're just the rando or online lobbies. Also, you can hit me on Discord. On Discord, it's S7 underscore finesse. On PSN, it's S7 underscore finesse underscore.
And your cowboy stick is always out there driving somewhere, trying to get nowhere fast. You know what I mean?
Can't go too fast.
Right? You can't get that too. Hey, so you'll find me on YouTube in the lobbies. Look for those secret races, secret lobbies that I love to put up just to get some juices flowing. Hey, it's been another great one. I appreciate you being with us again here, Finesse.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna do it for us. Until next time. Peace.
Hey.